few minutes to think about it. You're solving mentally.
Oh, got it.
See if you can find any other strategies.
I did. I got it.
I don't see too many hands, so it's okay if you're still thinking, but just remember thumbs up. You have a strategy, and you put up additional fingers for additional strategies. It's okay if you're still thinking, but it looks like a lot of you started to figure it out. So, is there somebody who wants to share their answer? Sierra.
I can just figure it out.
Okay. Just what did you get for an answer?
I got 192.
192? Did anybody get something different? Darian?
112.
112. Anything else? Okay.
I got 152.
152? Okay, so there's 3 different answers. What do these 3 answers have in common?
These are the ones.
Hang on 1 second. Gerald?
2 and 1.
Okay.
They're all
So,
3-digit
I-
numbers, and they all have at 100.
A 1 in the hundredth place and a 2 in the ones place.
Okay. So even though we do have 3 different answers, we all have some part of our thinking that's the same. We know that the answer is 3 digits, a 1 in the hundredths place, and everybody was able to determine that there would be a 2 in the ones place. Where do we want to go from here? Are there any of these answers that
So,
we could prove are not reasonable?
take no, I didn't finish doing the math and I got 192.
So you're saying that you don't think 152 is correct?
No, because I just finished doing the math and I missed one.
What part did you skip?
Adding 40.
Adding 40. Okay, so one of your partial products you left out.
Yeah, and so I got 192.
Okay. Darian?
192.
Okay, so originally you had said 112. Why do you no longer think that's reasonable?
Because 192 is wrong because 10 times 10 equals 100 and 6 times 2 equals 12. 100 plus 12 equals 112.
That's how you got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are you agreeing on 102 or 112?
112.
So Darian said that he got 112 because he broke each of these apart. He said that he did 10 times 10, 100, 6 times times 2 is 12.
I did this.
What do you think? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this?
I agree.
Anthony?
Oh, I disagree for 112 because 12 times 12 is 144, and the multiplication problem is 16 times 12.
Okay. So, Anthony is saying that he does not think, well, you already said that you already took this one out, which was your answer. Now you're saying that you disagree with this because 12 times 12 would be 144.
And 16 times 10 equals 160.
No, it's 6. It'll be 4 times 12, which you have to add, which would equal 192.
Okay, well, Gio just said something else. Gio looked at this a different way. He had a different way of reasoning and of thinking of this. He said 16 times 10 would be 160. So that's how he's saying 112 does not make sense for him. Is there anybody that still thinks 112 would be correct? Because when Darian explained his strategy, I heard
can
a
see
few
where
of
he
you
went
say, yeah, I got that too.
I see where he
No.
went wrong, though.
Okay, that was going to be the next question.
LeBron.
What went wrong in solving the way that that problem was solved?
I think it went wrong because Anthony already said that with a multiplication effect of, I forgot what he said, but I think he said 12 times 12 equals something over 112. So I think first you should find like a friendly number instead of just guessing right there and adding, and not adding but like solving the problem.
I understand what you're saying. Although I don't feel that Darian just guessed. He had a strategy and something just went a little bit wrong. So
Can we write
maybe
this down now?
hang on. Darian, do you know?
What you and Anthony, I was way wrong because 16 times 10 does equal 160.
You weren't way wrong. You just didn't complete your process of solving that problem. So what I'm really asking you guys to try to tell me is what specifically was left out or done incorrectly in solving. So let's just share out some of our strategies and maybe then we'll be able to answer the question I'm trying to ask you. Because you're right, we're able to reason and see that this product doesn't really make sense. But we need to see why, what went wrong. Because when you explained your thinking, a couple people agreed with what you were saying. So we need to kind of figure out what we can do, what you did, and what we would need to do to get the correct answer. So can somebody that got 192 share out what they did? We'll try to connect the dots between what you did.
I did this array.
Okay. Tell me exactly what you did.
I broke first I broke down 16 into 6 plus 10. Then on the side I did 10 times 2.
On the side you did 10 times 2?
10 plus 2.
10 plus 2, okay.
I know that 10 times 10 is 100. And 10 times 6 is 60. 10 times 2 is 20. And 6 times 2 is 12. And I added them, and I got 192.
How'd you add them?
I put 100 plus 60,
What'd you get?
160. Then I added 160 plus 20.
And what was that?
Kiara, please.
180.
Thank you, sweetie. Just leave
And
that
I
on.
added 180
Thank you.
plus 12.
And what did you get?
$310.
For 180 plus 12? Think about that for a second, because before you said that when you added this, you got 192. But 180 plus 12.
$192.
What were you thinking when you just, I think you were mixing up the digits you had in each place. Did you see this? Okay. So maybe this was what we needed to connect what Darian said. What the actual answer would be. Darian, can you see when you look at this what you might have left out?
I did 10 times 6 times 10 times 2.
Yeah. Instead I just did 10 times 10.
Miss, I didn't do it to open it right, but I broke it up.
Okay, tell me how.
I did 10 times 10 equals 100. Then I did 10 times 6 equals 60.
And then you said 10 times 6.
Yeah. Then I did 2 times 10 equals 20. Then I did 2 times 6 and I got 12. Then I added 100 plus 60 equals 160. Then plus 20 equals 180. $180 plus 12 equals 192.
How'd you keep those numbers all in your head?
I was closing my eyes. I couldn't visualize it.
Oh, I did.
What?
Friendly number.
Okay, tell me about that.
And this. You know what you could have did? Like, you didn't have to write all the pluses. You could have just did plus on the side where it says 160 and 20 and 12. You could have just put a plus right there and put a line.
Here?
Yeah, you could have put a plus right there and then put a line under it, and then you could have wrote down the answer.
I agree, and I think doing it on paper, writing it out, that would make a lot of sense. But this, when Eddie solved it this way, he had to keep, Victoria just asked him, how'd you keep all those numbers in your head? And if I'm understanding what you were saying correctly, Eddie, it seems like you would just added the partial products one at a time to keep the numbers straight in your head. Is that correct?
And my friendly number was, I did 16 to 20,
Okay.
and then I did 10 times 20 equals 200.
So you said that you rounded 16 to 20,
Yeah,
and then you rounded 12 to 10?
yeah,
Or you broke 12 apart?
I rounded it.
what'd you get for 20 times
200. And then I needed to do. I needed to multiply 6 and the 2 by doing 6 times 10 and then 2 times 10.
Then you broke. Could you explain that thought to me? I'm a little bit confused. So did you break these apart or you rounded them?
I rounded them and then added the subtracted. Wait. No wait. Then I added the 6 and the 2 together, or multiplied them. 6 times 2, and then it got me 12. And then I minused them, and then it got me.
So you subtract, you're saying that then you did 200 minus?
Yeah, 12.
To go 192.
1, and then I got. And then I got 192. And then
I'm thinking we pause on that one and
no, I got
let you think.
180.
Yeah, think about how that strategy could work correctly. So just think about that one. I think that, good start.
Round, because rounding